Morning guys, hope you're doing well. We've got very much a strong indication today for risk on, because we're risk on at the big picture, and at the 24-hour difference they sold, and they've got a very bad habit of selling indices recently. They're just selling it in hotcakes, but the trouble is the data's been poor from Germany, for example. So the logical trader, the macro fundamental guy, is going to be, well, that's bearish, so he's going to sell it, but he's not aware of the sentiment. And the DAX is just really very strongly bullish in so much as what they've been doing. DAX here, so they keep selling it, right? That's fine. That crossover tells us less short, so the people are getting blown up. So they sold it, they sold it, they sold it, and again, and again. Alright, so by selling it, it's pushing price higher. So got to be careful. This is less short, right? So we should be falling now, because this is like a short squeeze, okay? And hopefully we get out of this horrendous, horrible, choppy range as well. So be careful. And the technical scores have fallen. We were 80 yesterday, we're 56 now. The VIX really pumped yesterday, so do be aware of that. And that will be normal because we've got CPI today. We should see a little bit of fear creep in. The fact that we haven't had any fear at all-time highs, tells us that that's been manipulated. So that would be right, in my opinion. That should be high because of the uncertainty with the CPI and with the S&P being completely rampant as well. And potentially we're seeing short squeezes as well. So quite a lot of green: EU, France, GJ, GU, German 40, UK 100 to sell at the big picture, so it's worth noting. And dollar Swiss, they're very long on dollar Swiss and they're short in oil, okay? So it might be seeing a short squeeze today. Aussie's got actually no, the Euro's got the weakest score, and that just dropped even more. So we were 7.5 and now we're 7.43. So this updates very quickly, which is quite nice. So the Euro is currently weakest, then the Kiwi, much of note, because that was strong on Friday. We had a really big pump, didn't we, on Friday? And then in third place is Aussie. And then you're looking for dollar strength today, so that's really interesting. So be careful with the dollar. We've got a Dixie trade which we'll look at the end of this video, and that's kind of annoying. That's really annoying. So they've gone long New Zealand dollar and they're shorted CAD. So Kiwi CAD should fall. So we can look at Kiwi CAD, and we're down 0.35 on that. So that could probably fall based on that. Okay, so they've gone long New Zealand dollar, they're shorted CAD. So NC can fall, right? So that's that. Quick look at the failure rate. Right. So they're getting paid and they're getting punished in equal measure. So that tells us that we need to be careful. Be careful if we're below the 50%, right? So, you know, we've got to be careful. I'm not going to open up any trades until the CPI, and I think that's probably the best thing to do. Otherwise, it's a bit of a gamble. Now we know the dollar's got a good score on the QDB scores, so this could potentially get to TP. We're already in really nice profits already, and I can't see any reason why we can't get to the TP. Lots of stuff going on that's going to push the dollar higher, especially if that is the all-time high on indices. Then we're going to see a little bit of a risk off. There's going to be a flight to safety, especially if the CPI comes in hot as well. If it comes in hotter than expected, that's going to be a big shock. Okay, before I wrap up this video, the harmonics were a little bit out of bonk. I've just had to rearrange it. So that B is here now, so it has to be that low. It wasn't, so that TP just needs to come down there. Right, so it's there now. Okay, so we moved it about 3 or 4 pips lower because it needs to hit B, and B was wrong. It was at that candle, and that's not right. And this is a daily chart. Okay, so AC resistance as well, that will come into play. Can you see that diagonal? So we want to be taking profit here. In fact, we could even maybe do something quite clever. Yeah, So it can project some resistance here. So if we did get to TP, we're going to struggle because we've got a supply and a diagonal resistance on the daily. So this would be a very good contact point for resistance at 106.21. So that's today's video. I'm going to do a video on Mr. Bosch's trade system now, and that's going to be for Discord only. No YouTube, no Patreon, just Discord only, because we don't want everyone to know about it. Okay, so if you want access to that, check your Discord, and he's got the template file which you need to request from him, because he's designed some software and it's like proprietary and it's his own software, so he doesn't want it to be publicly available. So you need to ask him in the DM for access. If you want more information, let me know, and have a look at any other business in the Discord for more information up here. And that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be working on this system here, and it had a really amazing hit rate yesterday. So there's my entry. Because of we went green, okay, the ADX went green, and you know, entered here ish. And of course, we had a massive pump to the 50%, which is where I took profit. And it was a really good trade. So phenomenal trade, really. And so that's it. So that's today's video. Be careful, got CPI. I'll be back tomorrow for some trade setups using this system here. So try and get a copy of MetaTrader 5 in the meantime, so you can be ready, and then you can duplicate the system on your own computer. And Thursday, I'm going to be needing to go out because I need to get some fresh air. I need to go for a huge walk because I haven't left the house in weeks because I had a cold, and I've not really left the house since. So Thursday I need to get out and get some fresh air. So hopefully by Thursday you'll be quite comfortable about the setup, and so you can spot your own trades. Okay, so trade safely, and I'll speak to you soon.